What's up, everybody? Thank you for hanging out while we got our shit together. Let me tell y'all, it's hot as I don't know what in Toledo today, and we also had the biggest rainstorm, that you can imagine. So
it was dark.
Yeah, it was dark. It was stormy.
It was dark and stormy.
Yeah, so it's a good thing that we even made it because we couldn't miss it. Could not miss it. Listen, I am so excited to be in Toledo, my hometown, doing my first live of the Brew is Back Uncut and Uncensored podcast. And to be doing it with my girl, Carmaletha Griswold.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
One of my besties. We have been knowing each other since ninth grade.
Man,
Ninth grade.
A lot of years.
I used to wear her makeup. I used to you might not even remember this, but she used to do her eyeshadow, and this is when the eyeshadow was dark to light to lighter, and you would just fill in the whole space. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna do my makeup like Carm.
Hey, it was back in the 80s, y'all.
Yeah, it was the 80s, y'all. It was the 80s, and I was doing this makeup, and I was doing it a little too much.
A lot too much.
A lot too much.
My second born is actually named after
Yes, her daughter is named after me, Erickka Russell. So, y'all, we are here. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to 50 Way Studios for having us. Oh, my God. This is a dope studio in Toledo, Ohio, downtown. It is awesome.
Beautiful.
Look it up. Follow it. It's beautiful. Carm even cut an album here, a poetry album.
Yep, a poetry album.
She didn't even realize.
20. I'm 55. It's been a lot of years. But
it was a long time.
We're going to say it was a long time ago.
Yep. So she cut an album here in this former life. I want to give a shout out to DeLashes, Dion DeLashes Phillips. She is from Toledo, Ohio, and she is my sponsor for this episode. She is an eyelash extension expert. She lives in LA. She is from Toledo. I don't want to say what high school is either. She went to Libby for Cowboys. She went to Libby for, I don't know. Anyway, but she also went to either Woodward or Wait. But anyway, bottom line is she's one of my besties too. I got some awesome besties. And when she heard that I was doing this in Toledo, she said, I want to sponsor you. Look her up, Dion DeLashes Phillips. She's from here. She is the first eyelash extension expert in LA. She works with all the celebrities. She is the go-to girl, and she is a sister from Toledo. All right. So thank you, Dion, for sponsoring episode 7. Yep. Thank you for sponsoring episode 7 of the Brew is Back Uncut and Uncensored podcast. And so I want to thank everybody who is here. I see Tashina Jackson, my girl from high school, my mom.
Published
Mark,
author.
Yes. Published author. Yes, Tashina. She is an author. She's a comedian. Thank you, Mark Bates, Vic Bass, just everybody that's showing up.
Mark?
Yes, thank you, Shaylee Thompson, and thank you, Mark. I discovered the studio because of your podcast.
Yeah,
let's get to it. Nita saying hey. Listen, I only discovered this this wonderful studio because I was on the Let's Get to It podcast when I was in town. So thank you guys for supporting and showing up. And so just thank you, everybody, whether you're tuning in from Toledo, if you're my peeps from LA, from Jersey,
Sarah, is that
New York. That's my mom's. Yes, Mom is on here.
Mom, I love you. I miss you.
My mom is here. My mom better be here. She figured out how to get here on Facebook. So come on in, y'all. Come on in. We got a great topic today. We got a great topic. And so we're going to get right into it. Today's topic is, and my sister, my sister in love, Kim is here. Thank you, Kim, for showing up. Thank you, thank you. I love, there's nothing like support from the people, there's nothing like support. So,
Absolutely.
so thank you, everybody you could be anywhere, but you're here with us. So anyway, we are talking.
Jenny, my sister,
Oh, there you go.
Arizona. I'm coming to see you soon. I love you.
So people showing up. Thank you. Thank you. So listen, today our topic, and it's such a great topic. This topic was inspired by this girl right here. She inspired me with a Facebook post that she did recently. And let me tell you, this podcast is a lot of times I'll have ideas in mind, but sometimes things will happen just on the cusp. Like something will happen and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta, if that person will talk to me, I gotta get their story. And so this is one of those that just came up because I was so inspired. So I'm gonna get to that. But the topic is the art of the comeback, rising after you have hit rock bottom. Let me know in the comment section if you
My
ever.
sister, Rochelle. I
Rochelle?
can't take my glasses off because I'm crying already. But you know what I look like.
So, Sister Rochelle, hey Rochelle, Daryl, what's up? I'm just shouting people out. We just shouting people out. But the art of the comeback. Let me know in the comment section if you know what it's like to hit rock bottom. I feel like if you have gotten to your 40s, 50s, you have hit rock bottom at least once.
Sometimes twice.
Sometimes twice. We're not going to say there's only one rock bottom. Thank God I feel like I've only had one rock bottom.
Absolutely.
But listen, it's interactive. Please, hit that comment section. Flood it with your thoughts. So yeah, so I want to actually just talk about before we get to Carm's story. And I keep listen. Listen, Carm. I'm not trying to put you on the spot like your story. But listen, her story is dope. I'm not gonna lie. Because people, like what this girl has been through, people don't normally talk about. And the fact that she is here and ready to talk about it, I just have so much like respect for her and so much love.
It took a lot to get to this point.
Yep, and I feel so honored.
It did.
So I'm going to give y'all my story real quick. I'm going to get through my story. But so for me, my rock bottom came, I would say in maybe like 2003, 2004, something like that. It was like a little over 20 years ago. I was writing my column, Bitches Brew. Now the brew is back. I say the brew is back because it's a take on a column that I wrote called Bitches Brew. And in that column, it was a relationship column. It was in a magazine called Trace Magazine. And this is pre-internet. So listen, y'all.
I used to read it. You used to send me the copies of it. Yeah.
Listen, I'm of a certain age, and I'm proud of that.
Absolutely.
So this was pre-internet, but I had a cult following of people who were really into my Bitches Brew column. And it was raw. It was uncut. And yeah, so I was shopping a book deal and I kept getting close to this book deal. I had one deal on the table and it was a coffee table version. It was going to be shot by this amazing photographer, Mark Baptiste, who's in New York, Haitian, amazing photographer, and fell through. And then I had a great book agent, Dawn Frederick, who was shopping my book. And so I kept getting all these hits in these meetings with these different, these great publishers, and it just kept falling through. And when I tell you that, so this was Bitches Brew relationship column, when I tell you that I was revamping these articles and I was putting everything I had into these articles, when I tell you my blood, my sweat, my tears, I put everything into them, and to the point that I didn't think I could give anymore. And, it didn't work out. I did not get the result that I wanted. And it was a hard pill to swallow because my whole life, my mom always told me, Erickka, you could have anything you want if you work hard enough. So I always worked hard. I left Toledo when I was like 18 and I moved to New York to model. And even though I didn't become the supermodel that I wanted to become, the next Naomi Campbell, that's what I set out to be. which I don't know if I believe you should set out to be the next anything, just be who you are. I know that now. But yeah, back then I was setting out to be in those footsteps, and it never quite happened. But I did travel the world. I went to Germany and London and Paris and Germany and Sweden and Amsterdam, and I met wonderful people, and I was exposed to a lot. And and when I started writing, I was writing for Essence and wonderful publications. And so I had
I
always,
remember at one time you had like 5 national commercials. Was it like
yep,
car,
yep, I had
dye, hair,
commercials,
like
yeah,
everything, all of it?
Pantene
Yes.
and first person with locks in a Pantene
Yes,
commercial,
I remember that.
when they weren't even doing that. I almost didn't even go to that audition because I said, do they know? I told my agents, do they know I have locks? This is a Pantene commercial. Do they know I have locks? And they were like, yeah, they know. Just go. And so I went, and I was the first person with locks in a commercial. And so I always put myself out there and got the result. But this time, no matter how much I put into it, I did not get what I wanted. And it rocked my world. It rocked my world. And I kind of felt like, and there were other things going on. I was kind of transitioning. I, I was married at the time, and we had moved from New York to LA, and I had agents in New York, and I wasn't quite getting the agents in LA, and everything was just, and I wasn't even making a good transition from New York to LA. I was having a hard time with that transition. I felt very sure of myself in New York because I'd been there for many years. In LA, I just felt like a fish out of water, and so yeah, so I just kind of shut down. I shut.
When I came out to LA to see you, we
She
talked
even
about
came
that
out
a
to see
little
me.
bit.
Actually,
Yes.
her and your friend what is it,
Um,
Petaway, your
Yeah,
girl?
Gwen. Yep.
Gwen, her and this girl came, and when they came, it's so funny. When y'all came, they were I was in such a place when they came because they came so full of life. Her and this girl, and they bikini wearing at a hotel with the pool and stuff, and I
Went
was.
hiking to the Hollywood.
Yeah,
sign.
hiking. I was in a deep depression, and I don't even know if they knew. And when I was,
know you, so I could tell.
You could tell?
But you still showed us love, and I appreciate
yeah,
that
I did the best that I
1,000%.
could, but I was very far from where they were, and so yeah, I just went into a deep dark depression. I shut down, and it's like yeah, it was just like a dark cloud in my life. And in my relationship, I was married, that had its issues as well. And so I just stopped believing. I was at this point where I was like, I don't know if I believe that I can have life the way that I want it. I don't know if I believe that's possible. I started feeling like that's all some bullshit. And so I was questioning God that, you know what, God, you sold me, I fell for the okey doke, God gave me the okey doke, and I fell for it because you can work hard and not get it. And so I shut down, and it was just this dark cloud, and every day was darker than the next. And when I would look out, I wouldn't see any light. And I remember one day, so I'm living in LA in Koreatown, and one day a friend of mine came over from New York, Ozioma, Eguanwu, if I say that right, Ozioma. And and I didn't want her to come over. She was in town. It's like Carm when y'all came. It was like people
We
come to
just popped
town.
up, like we coming over. You gonna see me?
You don't even want to see people, but she was such a good friend that I said okay. So I allowed her to come into our space, and I remember she came in with so much light. It was like the light that she walked into the apartment with was just I recognized it immediately because it was so different from where I was. And when I saw her, I wanted the light that she had. And I asked her, what the hell are you doing? Like, how can you show up like this? And she was telling me I'm a life coach and I'm doing this. I have this thing, Burn Bright, and I help people reconnect with their inner self. And it was a very vulnerable spot for me because I told her, I asked for help. I was like, can you help me? And it was hard to ask for help because for one, I was always someone that was like always the one,
Trust me, I know.
like on the go, and so doing my thing, and I was never the one down here. And so asking her for help was a tough thing. And I never even believed in life coaches. I felt like, people who would and have a life coach come in. It was putting, a middleman between them and God. And so, and I felt like at that time it was still a kind of Oprah era and everybody was a life coach.
Right.
But at the same time, I knew that I needed help. I needed the help. So she said, sure, I'll help you. And she got me. I went into her program, and she did it for free. Ozioma, I know you're not on this live right now, but thank you. I thank her to this day. And her thing was called Burn Bright. And we would meet every week, and she would give me exercises to do. And it just helped me reconnect with who I was and what was important to me. And before you know it, because I had not written a word, I stopped writing. I stopped doing everything because and I knew I was at a critical point where I had to decide, do you believe? Do you want to stay in this dark place, or do you want to move forward? And I had to decide, because I knew if I chose the dark space, then I was going to be in that space forever, and that was going to be my space. So it was just a critical point where I just had to make the choice, and I did. I made the choice to move forward. And so every week she would give me different things to do, different exercises, and I was diligent and I did those exercises. And then I remember one day we were in Sherman Oaks, living in Sherman Oaks, at that time, California and LA, Sherman Oaks. And I remember I was walking with my daughters, and things were just really challenging. Finances, everything you can imagine was challenging. And I remember I saw a leaf on the ground. In Sherman Oaks, they have these big, beautiful leaves that fall in the fall, and they turn these different colors. And I remember one day I was pushing a stroller, and I looked down and I saw them, and they were so beautiful. And I said, oh my God, they're so beautiful. And the fact that I recognized the beauty of a leaf.
Sometimes it be the smallest things.
Yep.
It's the smallest things that pull you
Yep.
back to where you need to
Yep. And just that recognition, I felt like, oh, wow, the fact that I can see that, I'm coming back to life. And then from there, I started writing again. And this time, Bitches Brew, like I said, it was a relationship column where it was like sex and relationships. It was me, this hot model in New York. It was a time of Sex in the City. I started writing this column the same year as Sex in the City. So I wasn't copying the Sex in the City. I was doing it at the same time, if not even maybe before.
Probably before.
Before, actually. And so, but now I was a mom. I'd had my first daughter. And so, I had to let that part of me die because I wasn't the hot woman. I was the girl with the baby belly, that I couldn't get rid of because of my obsession with Cheetos. So I had to be where I was, and I started writing about mom things, having a hard time losing baby weight and things like that. And it connected though. And then I started writing with magazines like Madame Noir, Mommy Noir, and then from there, it just kept going. And then I was back at Essence, and then I was back at Ebony and Think Places, and I was back on my game. But it took some time. And so when I think about the art of coming back, I think about how, sometimes you have to ask for help. We can't always do it alone. I needed someone. And so sometimes we have to be vulnerable. And so y'all, so here I am today. And and the thing is, you hit rock bottom, and there's that bottom. But if you can spring back from that bottom, I'm not going to say I never had any other challenges in my life, because I definitely have. But for me, that was my lowest point, because when I was questioning God and whether I believed that life was just some bullshit, that was a specific place. And so once I got past that, I don't know if I ever questioned God. I might have been like, okay, God, I'm ready to move on from this spot. But I never said, this is some bullshit. So yeah, y'all. So listen, that is my rock bottom. That is my rock bottom. My rock bottom story. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I'm going to take just a couple of seconds to just we're going to look at some of these comments before we get into Carm's story, y'all. And I Just saying. So, so let's see, Jenny
Yeah,
Mora. You know Jenny? Okay, that's your friend.
absolutely. That's my sister.
All
When
right.
I hit my rock bottom, Jenny called my daughter and said, "Send her to me.
That's that
Send
friend.
her to me."
Okay, we're gonna get to you, Jenny.
Yes, and
We're gonna
that's
pause
how,
that one.
yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get to Jenny. Thank you to, like I said, my sister-in-law. Jenny says, I love you. What's up, Daryl? That's my homie. Your sister, oh, wait, your
Steve, yeah, my
wait.
sister Rochelle. I
Yep,
took
Rochelle.
the glasses off for her, but
From
I had to put them back on. She know I'm
Colorado.
crybaby Carm.
Tashina said, you're an awesome personality. We got Vernice. She
We
said,
got
oh, it's
Steve
Bunny.
from
What's up,
Toledo.
Bunny?
When I say Steve Peacock has been a friend to me, and he has been there in ways that most people will never know about because that's not their business. But when I say someone who has shown me love, had my back, he knows you that I do catering. I've done so many events for his family. He has looked out and supported me, and I appreciate him so much.
Who is that again?
Stephen Peacock. I
All
love
right,
you,
Stephen
Steve.
Peacock.
That's my friend.
We love you, Steve. And then we got Vernice, Bunny. What's up, Bunny? Love you, Bunny. We got Nita. Nita is our BFF. It's the three of us.
Right.
Nita really should
She
be
should
here.
be here
She
right
should
now.
be
I
here
don't
right
know where
now.
she is. We gonna talk about that later.
Yeah, yeah, after the after. But she said these days become literally dark. Sometimes it's hard to find the light inside yourself. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So Francisco is watching. All right. So y'all, so I'm gonna jump right into Carm's story. And so I told Carm, and listen, I haven't even heard this. So I'm hearing this for the first time as well. So in the car, I was like, Carm, I'm just going to ask you straight up, what happened on the night that you tried to take your life? I said, what led to it? Yeah, Carm.
Before we go into
I'm going to let
that,
Carm take over.
I want y'all to hear something. Some of my family and friends know it. Like I say, it was on a piece that I did years ago in this very studio, which is crazy because I told Eric, I'm like, well, I knew this where we was going to. I could have came right here. I ain't have to use GPS. Y'all know I can't drive. But this is called Mother. I want y'all to hear
Oh,
this
yes.
piece.
Here we go.
And then I'm going to go into my story.
It's funny how
All right.
I lost my mom. I thought I had lost my ability to write. Every time someone had passed or someone was born, I would write pieces, and it's framed in nurseries and manuals and everything. But when it came to her, I had completely lost it. For like a couple weeks, all I did was cry every time I picked up the pen. And then one day I picked up the pen and it came to me. I think she came to me. She was proud of my gift, and I think she told God to give it back. So this piece is for you. Mother. I no longer feel like that motherless child. I am she, and she is me, and together we struggle. Struggle to find truth, struggle to find answers, struggle to find faith. 'Cause it's been tested and my soul has not rested since she left me. My mother. Mother makes everything alright, and just knowing that she's there when you need her makes the hardest day seem easy. But now she's gone and it's not easy being strong, but I am, 'cause that's how she raised me. And even though I want to go crazy, I can't, 'cause I'm a mother, and like my mother, I have work to do. And she was a mother just like her mother who left her too because God said it was time to go. But I need to know, how can I do this? Do I have the strength that she possessed, and would he really put to me a test that he knows I can't pass? Because my mother has passed, and I don't know how long I can last. This pain is killing me. Although I know she is now free, free to breathe freely. My mother can breathe now, and so can I. Yet I never thought so many tears could ever fall from my eyes. I still have breath, I still have time, I still have life, and my children still have a mother. And my mother now has her mother. And together she who is me, we can get through this. That's to you, Mom. I love you. I miss you.
And I don't know how I went from that to where I ended up. I was always the one that people came to when they needed help. When my daughter was in high school, one of her friends tried to commit suicide because he was gay and he didn't know how to tell his father. I got that call. I drove all over the city finding him, and I found him, and I saved him, and I brought him back to my house. And his dad came over, and I remember his father telling him, I knew from the time you could walk who you was, and I never wanted to put that label on you. He'd rather leave here than break his father's heart. That was me. That was who I was. Growing up, I watched my mom give the last plate of food to a stranger because she said if God woke her up tomorrow, he would make sure that she ate. I was always that safe haven. Too proud to say when I was hurting. Too strong to talk about different things that happened to me in the past, in my childhood, through molestation, through abuse. I just held it all in because that's who I was supposed to be. I was supposed to be the strong one. I'm the one that they will call when they needed somebody. I'm the one that got the call when they needed help. On top of all of my burdens, I took on everybody else's burdens. And then when I needed help, now I'm too proud. I can't say that I'm hurt. I can't say that I'm broken. I can't say that I'm in need. God was still talking to me, but I wasn't listening. Because if you was here for me, why am I going through this? Why am I suffering? Why am I hurt? Why am I broken? I'm not trying to hear what you're trying to say. But that was my own pride. We as black people, as black women, we are taught you don't go to therapy, you don't go to the doctor, you don't tell your problems to somebody else, you deal with it, you deal with it, you deal with it. But what happens when it gets too much for you to deal with? You end up in the bathroom with a belt around your neck trying to hang yourself from a shower curtain that breaks. That didn't work. Or I can't call nobody and tell them this. Oh, they gonna laugh at me. You're weak. You gave up. You're not strong enough. But you can be strong and weak and broke at the same time. And I learned that the hard way. So then what happens? Oh, I got these pills right here. Let's see. Maybe if I just go to sleep for a little while. Just a little bit. Took a whole bottle of pills. Ended up being woke for 11 days straight. The doctors didn't understand it.
So let me interject right here. You took some pills that you wanted to take you out, and you ended up being awake.
I ended up being awake for 11 days. Girl, when God say it's not your time, it's not your time. I don't care what you do or what you think. And I came back to the understanding. Your time is your time. Your time is determined by God. It's not determined by you. The best understanding I got in life was at Bible study one time. My sister Rochelle told me, well, you only like to go to Bible study so you could talk back. No, because I have questions.
There you go.
And I think I might get kicked out of church if I stand up and like, nah, Pastor, I don't agree. And that's where I was in my life. I wasn't agreeing with the things that was going on in my life. I couldn't talk about the pain and the suffering and the abuse and the molestation, because I didn't think nobody would be able to understand that pain of abuse and molestation. They wouldn't believe that it came from the sources that it came from, because this person is so loved in life. And yes, I did talk to my kids, and they are the only ones that matter. So yes, I can tell my story because this is part of my recovery. And I say recovery just like addicts go through a recovery. If you've been a crack addict, just because you stop smoking crack don't mean you ain't never been a crack addict, because you still got to deal with that every day. And that's what depression does. It's something you have to deal with every day of your life. I used to sit up and think after everything happened and once I came back into the world, because I took myself out of the world. And when I talk about my sister Jenny, she called from Arizona. She told my daughter, she was said, send her to me. Where I went.
And I hate to interrupt you, but I just want to just like for everybody, listen, and maybe I don't even need to say this, but I just want to make sure everybody is clear. Like Carm got to a point in her life where she said, I want to end it all.
I felt they would all be better off without me.
She tried to hang herself. She said on a shower thingy, it didn't work.
Yeah, it broke.
She tried to take some pills.
And I stayed woke.
And it did have the opposite effect. It kept her awake.
Stay woke. I stay woke.
But let me just ask you, Carm, in that moment when you tried to do that, you were feeling what? You felt like there was just no way that you could get through it?
I felt hopeless. I felt useless. I felt that everybody would be better if I wasn't there. I felt like a burden to myself. I felt like I was a burden to others. And I'm like, the only way to release this burden on me, on life, on my kids, my sisters, my friends, that if I wasn't here, I would be okay. They would be okay. They would be better off without me. And when I say that was the worst decision that I ever made in my life, because the pain and the hurt and the heartache that I put my children through, I wouldn't want to wish that on my worst enemy. The pain in my daughter's voice, hearing my son break down the door, but I was so lethargic that I couldn't move, I couldn't do anything. I wouldn't wish that pain on anybody, like ever. I would have missed out on so much. It happened at the end of December 2018, going into, I spent the new year in the hospital. You know, where they put you up and they put you in a little jacket and you get the nice soft room with the Lorna Doones and icy cups.
Lorna Doones and my favorite.
I got all the Lorna Doones and the icy cups my little heart could desire. But what was amazing to me and what also helped me come out of that is, first of all, they put me in a room that I wasn't supposed to be in. Second of all,
what do you mean by that?
They put me in the wrong room because I couldn't walk, so I should have been closer to the rec area. They had me at the far end of the hall. So I was in the wrong room. All the cabinets and drawers are supposed to be emptied and locked. There was an open drawer with the Bible in it. They want to ask me where the Bible come from. First of all, y'all brought me in this mug butt ass naked. So where I could get a whole Bible in, you tell me. So I was in a room that I wasn't supposed to be in, found a Bible in what was supposed to be a locked, empty drawer. And at that point, I knew that God was still with me, no matter what I did, how I thought, what I was going through. That was his way of letting me know I'm still here. I got you, and we're going to get through this together. And guess what? I've been able to see 4 grandbabies born that loves me.
Okay, now I'm going to stop you right there.
Wait.
Okay, okay, go ahead. Go on, girl.
Like I say, that happened in December. I was still in the hospital January of 2019. Guess what? May of 2019. Bought a lottery ticket at a store that was supposed to have been closed. Won $20,000.
No. You didn't give me none? You didn't say nothing?
I went to my sister across the hall. I'm like, I think I won after I praised Jesus for. I'm like, I think I won. She was like, what you win? I'm like, I don't know. She was like, I think you won $20,000. We driving to my daughter's house. We done got pulled over by the cops. We got our pajamas on. Spencer had to come and get my car because they wouldn't let me drive because I ain't had nothing. When I say won $20,000.
Oh my God.
God was letting me know
That was
I'm still
the beginning.
Here. I still got you. Guess what? My catering business is taking off.
Wait, let me, because I know you got, I know you got back on your feet big time. So,
Yes.
so after you tried to take your life and you were unsuccessful, thankfully.
Thank God I messed
Tell
up.
me about like, Jenny, even.
Jenny,
and,
when
and,
I
and the
say
people that helped you,
Jenny
you know.
and Gwen and Embrace, when I tell you my sister stood by me, Embrace Chapman, I love you. Jenny Mora, I love you. Gwendolyn Petaway, I love you because they looked out. My daughter sent me to Arizona. Jenny took care of me. Gwen sent me money every week. Embrace talked to me like we had some spirit. She pulled me back on my feet. When I tell you, they were my gatekeepers. They filled the gaps in my life and they helped pull me back. They reminded me of who I was, who I have always been, who I needed to be. They helped me realize that, okay, this is a little situation. Okay, yeah, this happened. You gonna get through it. Embrace is a promoter. We've been traveling the world. I done been all over with her.
Can I just show you right there that comment that she made for you?
Let's see.
Right here.
Oh, wow.
What she said?
No weapon formed against you will ever prosper. Amen, sis. Amen. And her mom has taken me in as a second daughter. When I tell you, I never thought that I would be able to get through this journey. I just seen a post pop up from my cousin Kathy. If we can go back and find that, I want
Tell you
to
what,
read what she says.
I'm
Or
gonna
if you
go-
can find it.
I'm gonna start. So you can just read on the. I'm gonna start with the last one.
Okay.
Right there, Kathy Griswold.
Yep. Hang on 1 second. Let me go up just a little bit more so you can see all of them that
Woo.
came in.
We're gonna look at some of these
Oh,
comments,
Let's start
y'all.
with that.
But
You
what?
go ahead.
Lord
And
have
I'll go down.
mercy.
Yeah, Kim,
Wow,
my
just love,
sister, in love.
prayers. Mark, wow.
Fee
Great space,
King,
good time. That's a powerful
God time,
reminder.
amen. Yep. Kathy
I
Griswold,
learned
family.
it's okay. Not, yes, ma'am. Yes,
I
ma'am.
learned it's okay not to be.
She had a nervous breakdown and scroll back down for me a little bit. I'm sorry.
It was.
Oh, Gwen, I love you too, boo.
She in a beautiful,
That was
powerful
the right
story.
room, but God, absolutely.
But
'Cause when I
God.
tell you, it was they said it was the wrong room, but it was definitely the right room.
That's
'Cause
right.
That's where I
That's
needed
right.
to be to know that He did not leave me. Yes, Lorna Doones are the best. My kids used to call them old lady cookies, but I bet you they always eat them. My cousin Kathy, I had a nervous breakdown in 1986. I love you, cousin. After 3 days, I called my mom and told her why I'm here with these crazy folks. She says, baby, I'm on my way. My testimony. I love you. I love you. Yes. When I tell you, you never know. And you never know the people that's going through it. And like I say, people always say, oh, we can't do therapy. And like, we don't go to therapy. And we do. But therapy saved my life.
So you did therapy after you
I'm
came
still
through?
in therapy.
I am too. I do therapy every other Saturday
I'm
at
still
9
in
a.m.
therapy. You know
9:15
what? Right
a.m.
now we good where I can do the little
Yeah.
phone conversations.
Yeah.
But when he feel I'm getting a little out of hand, he be like, "Come on in. I need to see your face." But I'm
Yeah.
still, and I recommend it. It's not therapy doesn't
Yeah.
make you weak.
Mm-mm.
Therapy helps you stay
That's right.
strong.
That's right.
You can get out things that you can't say to everybody else. All the things that I held in for the years that held me down and broke me down and put me in the place that I ended up being.
Yep.
If I would have knew somebody be like, girl, if you go to therapy, go talk to this man, you know, you sit there, or this woman, whoever you choose to be comfortable with, get it all out and breathe.
I always
Get it
say
all
about
out and breathe.
I always say about therapy, they are paid to listen to you. At some point, your girlfriends, I don't care how much, you know, like they're gonna get tired of you. You know,
They're
like
gonna
at
be
some
like, oh,
point,
they
people
gonna-
got jobs,
Like,
they got their
here
own
go this
lives.
crazy bitch again.
Yeah,
Like, I
exactly.
Just heard this story 5 times
And-
last week. Do
yep.
you don't remember she done told me this the last 5 times we
Exactly.
talked? You know what I'm saying?
People
It's
get
like,
tired.
It's good to have that
They're
support
paid.
that you can go to if you need
Yep.
to.
Yep.
But at the same time, talk to the person that ain't gonna tell your business. You
Yep.
can sit up there and
Yep.
tell everything to your
Yep.
sister, and the next thing you know, the other 4 sisters, 6 cousins,
Yep.
and the lady across the street
Yep.
know your business. The
Yep.
therapist ain't gonna
Yep.
say shit. They
Yep.
gonna say what
It's
you
professional.
say. They gonna write a few notes, and
Yep.
they gonna make a couple suggestions.
And hold
But
you
guess
accountable.
what?
Yep.
Ain't nobody else gonna hear it.
That's right.
Victoria says, "I'm proud of you, Mom. I'm so
I
proud
love
of
you, Victoria. You
her
don't know.
daughter.
You and little Brookie saved my life. When I say my grandkids and my kids, they have saved my life.
And y'all, I want to take a moment to just read, because like I said, the inspiration for this episode 7, was because I saw her Facebook Facebook post. And congratulations.
took
You
a
called
lot.
it Double Nickels' birthday,
Double
right?
nickels, I'm 55.
55. And this is a post that just inspired this episode. She said, just woke up from a nap and realized I'm 55. Thank God. You know what? You read it. I feel like you should read it.
See, now I got to take my sunglasses off. It says, just woke up from a nap and realized I'm 55. Thank God I'm still here. There is so much that I would have missed out on if things turned out differently a few years ago. Blessed beyond measure and highly favored by the Lord. Happy birthday to me. This pic was taken the Monday before my 55th birthday.
Can we? I wonder how
I
we
don't
can
know if
get
y'all
it.
can see
Let me
that.
see how I can. This is a picture of Carm. This is her a little bit before her 55th birthday, and this is what I saw that inspired this. And I was just so floored that she even alluded to what she had even gone, you know, what she went through. And listen, I also want to just leave a number for people to call. If y'all have your own story y'all want to add, 419-340-9581. 419-340-9581. If you want to call in with your own story, if you know Carm, if you have something, whatever you might want to add, that's the number to call in. You know, I want to,
Because
for
a
sure.
lot of people is going through so much.
And Carm, I want you to tell me, what is it that you would have missed out on? What is your life like today?
Well, my life is beautiful, and I love it, and I thank God for it. All my children are healthy, doing well. My son got married. Him and his wife have 3 children. Beyonce could be in the room, but if my dad Riley, my oldest in the room, her mom came to pick her up, she's like, Mom, look, Mom, it's grandma. When I say my heart is so full. And that little Brooklyn, my oldest daughter, had her first child at 35. Guess what? I wouldn't have been here. I would have been gone. She loves me. I love her. I love my kids. My catering business is taking off. Like I said, won $20,000 on a $2 scratch off.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
You know,
I don't even mess
it's
around
like
with scratch offs. And I'm
my-
like,
you know,
damn, maybe I should get a
my
scratch
job
off.
is going well. I'm the head chef and kitchen manager at a homeless shelter here in Toledo, so I'm giving back. I actually volunteered for almost 2 months before I took the position that was offered to me on the second day. And Victoria was like, Mom, you go there every day. Anyway, you doing it. You might as well take the job. I'm like, well, I'm doing it because it's on my heart to give. She was like, well, get paid for it. I was like, you know what? You're right. Been there 3 years. You know what I'm saying? So I've done contracts with Tartar. I've had ProMedica contracts on top of all, the other jobs and stuff I've done. My life is full. I'm
Business is
happy,
booming.
and
Family
it's
life
growing, and
is
I
booming.
couldn't ask for better right now.
Okay, y'all, we got our first caller.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. Who we got?
Welcome.
We got Nita.
Woo! This is the
Okay.
BFF Nita.
That
What's
should
up,
be here
Nita?
with us right now.
Hey, Craig.
Wait, let me
Didn't know
just
that
say
was you. What's up, beautiful? How you doing?
I know.
let me
What's
just
up,
say real
sir?
quick, Nita is on episode 1 and 2 of the Brewers Back Uncut and
She's
Uncensored
the third
podcast.
amigo.
Yep,
I
she's on
am, and that was fun.
episode 1 and 2.
What? What'd
Go
you
on.
say, Con?
I said you are the third amigo.
Yes, I am. But look, I had to call in. I'm watching y'all. I'm at home chilling because I leave tomorrow. But I had to call in because, Carm, I'm so proud of you. And you are one of my oldest friends. Not that we old. We just been knowing each other for a long time.
Right. We're gonna go with that one.
And I am so glad that your plan was foiled. You know what I'm saying? I'm so glad that you are here.
Me
My
too.
life would certainly be less colorful were you not here, and I would certainly experience less love.
Thank
And
you.
I'm glad that it worked out the way it did.
Thank you. And I'm glad too.
Let me ask you one thing because I will disclose this. I was talking to Nita about this episode. And Nita, what did you say? You were telling me something about Carm being a boss. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Oh, she is. Karen is a boss. She is a definite, absolute boss. She and what did I tell you? She is blessed and highly favored.
Wow,
She is. I mean,
thank
she
you.
just is, and people love her. And she succeeds at whatever it is that she sets out to do. And and Erickka, me and you was talking about something, and it's just so amazing. Like Carm said, her other set of friends reminded her of who she was, and me and Erickka was just talking about that, how we forget who we used to be sometimes.
Absolutely.
And and it's not a good thing sometimes. So people, we all go through. We all
Because
go
we
through
sometimes we
something
feel like
at
we're
some
too
point in our lives.
proud. We get too proud to admit that we need the help. We get too proud to feel like we failed at anything, and we just hold it all in.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
So we carry a lot, but I'm glad it worked out, baby.
I know. We glad that you sucked at hanging yourself.
Right.
What you do? You
glad
just had
you didn't do that the right way.
We glad that you had
You keep
no
on cooking.
good
Keep
experience
on
in
cooking.
that.
I think I might have had a
Crave Catering.
Crave catering.
Crave
Yes, ma'am. I
catering.
think I had a little too much weight on me. You know what I'm saying? But
And thank you, Nita. Thank you
All right,
so
y'all.
much.
baby,
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna get
love
off here.
you.
I know somebody else wants to
Aw,
talk.
thank you.
Hey, hit me up when y'all leave.
Thank you. Will do. 419-340-9581. If you have something.
Down a little bit. I seen a post
Oh, we
from
got
my
some.
sister in Colorado.
Okay.
I want to
Let me hit Mark. It's so much you're giving your family and the rest of the people you just shared with, and I love you for sharing your story. I love her for sharing her story too. And Fatima says, "So beautiful. Thank you for sharing your story." One thing I was saying, and you'll get to that comment. One thing I was saying is that people don't talk about trying to take themselves out. It's
Right.
like there's so much.
It's like a big taboo.
Yes.
Like you don't say it. Some people succeed, and then again, there's people like me who don't. But I talked to my kids, and I let them know that this is something that I was going to do. And they asked me, are you ready? Are you ready to tell your story? Because like I say, even after it happened, once I did bring myself back into life and back into society, I thought everybody that saw me or looked at me, I thought, oh, they're thinking, that's that girl that tried to kill herself. Oh, that's that girl that tried to commit suicide. So I was paranoid. Them people wasn't thinking shit about me. They didn't give two fucks of whether
People
I was
do move on.
walking down the line at Kroger's or driving down Door Street. They didn't give a damn. But my mind at that point was so locked in on what I did and the shame of it and the embarrassment of it that I thought every time somebody looked at me, oh, that's Carm. She tried to kill herself. Oh, that's Carm. That's the girl who tried to commit suicide. Guess what? Yep, I'm Carm. I tried to kill myself. I'm Carm. I tried to commit suicide. I'm Carm. I'm here. I'm still lethal. Y'all know me. That spit game ain't changed. I just
Lethal,
had to
that's
get
her
back
poetry
to where I
name.
was. Yeah, that's what they call me.
That's
My
her,
style
lethal.
is lethal. I'll inject you with my pen and let my words flow into your system like venom, because I have the serum to bring you back from the love attack your heart's been on. I had to bring myself back from the attack that my heart was on. And guess what? I'm here. I'm strong. I'm proud. I'm not embarrassed. I'm not ashamed. That was just a step that happened in my life. But guess what? That step took me to that next step. And then guess what? My left foot moved. And I took another step. And then my right foot moved. And I took another step. And next thing I know, I was back running. And I'm off and running. And I will never look back. I will never go back, because I know with the grace of God, in a wrong room, supposedly locked drawer, Bible that wasn't supposed to be there, that God never let me go. He never stopped walking with me. That's why shower curtain broke. That's why the doctors looking at me, they like, well, we don't know if we can give her anything to put her to sleep, because she tried to put herself to sleep. What we supposed to do? They don't know what to do. Well, if you don't know what to do, guess what? I don't know what to do either. But guess what? I'm still woke.
Yep.
I'm still breathing.
Amen.
I'm still here.
Yep.
And
That's
I'm
right.
better. And I'm going to be better. And I'm going to keep striving. I'm going to keep moving forward, because if my story can help one person, that's what I told my daughter. If I can help at least one person,
Amen.
I've done my job. That's why I go back to the shelter every day. If I can help at least one person, I've done my job. I feed hundreds of people today, every day. But guess what? Somebody ain't going to be hungry.
That's right.
I'm going to no longer be hungry. My sister say I would have missed her getting her kidney. You absolutely right.
Wait, what happened?
Rochelle.
We'll get to that. We'll get
Wait,
to that.
what?
There's,
Ooh.
Yeah.
Michelle-
Okay,
Michelle
read some of
Wright-
these comments.
Yep, Rochelle Strong. Yes, yep.
Michelle Wright said God puts you through a test.
That's my
of faith.
cousin. Hey, what's up,
Amen
Michelle?
for telling your story and your
Thank
strength.
you. Thank
Yep.
you so
Fatima
much.
says I often reflect on what I would have missed out on.
Yes, and that is, I would have
Yep.
missed so much. So you understand, like we would have missed so much.
Another one of my cousins, Kelly Norwood. God is good all the time.
And
all the time.
God
all the
is
time.
good. Yes.
All the time.
Yes.
Rochelle, your
Yeah,
sister.
this is my
Yeah.
sister Rochelle. She's in Colorado now, being a private nanny, and she lost her daughter to lupus. My sister has went through. She's in struggling with it from still. I call her my modern day Job, because she never gave up. Her medicine has rejected her. She went blind. She lost her child. She was in kidney failure. I was about to go through the process, seeing if I can get her a kidney. Her oldest daughter, that's the survivor, Stacy, was in the process of seeing if she can get her a kidney. Anonymous donor came through. The doctor said he's never seen nothing like it in his life. It started producing
Her kidneys
before
started
he even
producing?
got it connected and put together when she got a kidney transplant. The woman that was a mentor to her daughter that passed away, my niece Renata, love you, boo-boo, I miss you. She called my sister and said out of everybody that she know, she didn't want anybody else raising her child but her. Right now, my sister lives in Colorado. She's a private nanny. She just got back from Paris last year. She is living. Guess what? I would have missed that.
You would have missed it.
I wouldn't have been here. So yes, Rochelle, I would have missed all of that. But I'm here, and I'm stronger. And you know my story, and I know yours. And I thank God we got more time, and we gonna be all right.
It just shows me what I kind of see from it is just that so many times we feel like we are at the end of our rope. Like I said, even for myself. For me, I didn't go to the point of taking my life, but I felt like I used to pray to God. I was like, just put me to sleep for 3 months.
Your goddaughter sending us love.
Oh, what's up, Erica? She said some hearts. Love you, Erica. ERICKKA. So yeah, I just felt like I used to pray to God to just put me to sleep for 3 months because I didn't feel strong enough to get through to see how I might get to the other side. So I just felt like, let me just hibernate and just wake up when all the challenges were over, you know? So, but just hearing your story, Carm, what it shows me is that there is just so much light at the end of the tunnel.
It
Tunnel,
is.
like your life is, and like Nita was telling me, just how blessed you are, how your catering business is through the roof. Like she's a caterer. She
Crave
caters.
catering and event
Crave.
planning.
Yep, and follow Carm, please.
One
I'll put
plate
her
to
thing on my.
1,000. I'm gonna feed y'all.
Please follow her. Yes, she is.
Monty, DJ Impress. Thank you so much. We love you too.
But she is feeding the homeless. She is feeding. She has clients. But business is booming, and her personal life, her family life is booming, and she would have missed out on
I
it.
would have missed it all.
You know, and that to me is just
Being
powerful.
too proud to ask for help, and that's what I gotta say. To anybody, don't be ashamed when you hurt. Don't be ashamed when you feel broken. Ask for help. Seek the therapy. Because sometimes all you got to do is breathe, release it, and breathe. And you'll get a clearer and better understanding and be able to deal with it better. When I say therapy, saved my life. They say black women, we don't do therapy. We deal with it. We hold it. No, we don't.
Not no more.
That's how I ended up where I ended up. No,
Yep.
we don't. No, we don't. So if y'all don't take anything from this and anything from my story, just know the people that are in your circle, your children, they love you. They need you. They're not going to be better off without you because there's going to be questions that would never be able to be answered. If you're here, you can answer them. Sometimes it's the hard questions that got to be answered. You might not want to, but guess what? You will be here another day to answer that question.
I don't know who said this, but I just have this remembrance of somebody recently saying, somebody who was thinking of taking their life, saying that they felt like everybody would have been better off without them.
Because that's how I felt. But now I realize, no. How my grandbaby's going to not have a grandma?
I know.
Be like-
Grandmothers are
be
the
like-
salt of. I love my
like, everybody
kids
got
having
a grandma,
grandparents.
but me, where my
Grandmama.
grandma at? Oh, your
Yeah.
grandma was crazy and she killed herself. Guess what? God said, nope. You got some more growing to do. You got some healing to do.
I
and
just
you
want
got
to.
stuff to look forward to.
I'm going just back a little bit, and I
Yeah.
feel like I'm kind of going back. But how did you feel in that moment when it didn't work? Did you immediately feel like, damn? Because I always think about people who try to take themselves out, and then they do wake up, and they're like, oh shit, I didn't do
like-
it. Were you
I was
pissed
like,
right
damn,
away,
like,
or?
I done failed at all this other shit that brought me to this point, and I done failed at this. Like, what the fuck? Like, am I just a failure? Like, bitch, you can't even kill yourself right. Like, what's going on? Like,
Okay.
but no, for real, that's what I
I
felt.
was wondering. I always
It's like-
wondered that.
Yeah, no, you be like, okay.
Because it doesn't take
I
away.
felt like a failure
Yeah.
to get here.
Everybody else is happy
Then I tried
around
to
you.
kill myself.
Yeah.
And bitch, you fucked that up too.
Yeah.
Like, damn, is you just gonna
Yeah.
fuck up everything in your life?
Because it
Like,
feels
no.
like everybody around you is happy that you weren't successful, but you
Right, but
still
me
have
at
the weight
right,
of
they
the
happy,
stuff.
But I'm still sitting here like well,
Feeling, the
Right.
stuff you felt.
like
but
I
the-
can, and
yeah.
it's crazy because people probably think, oh my gosh, she's laughing about committing suicide. Yep, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Because I'm laughing in the devil's face.
That's
Because
right.
You put that
That's
seed
right.
of doubt in me.
That's right.
You put that seed of failure in me,
That's right.
and it didn't work.
That's right.
And God was like, nope. So, yep, I can laugh about it now because I've came out of it.
That's right.
And I'm looking back at it like, yeah, no, that's not you. That's never been you. I don't know how that ended up being you. You let, how they say, the angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other shoulder, and then so much shit bring you down and you don't know who to
Yeah.
listen to. And I end up listening to the wrong one and it didn't work. And so now I can listen to this one and I can laugh at you over here like, Satan, you can't hold me down.
Let me ask you, Carm, do you feel really strong today?
I do.
Okay.
Because if I didn't, I wouldn't be here.
That's right. True.
I have come back to my true self. I have come back to me. I understand that, yep, I'm human. We all have faults. We all fall short. There's no one perfect but God. And the sooner we realize that, the better off we will be. We will make mistakes. We will fall short. We will disappoint friends and family. We even disappoint ourselves at times. But guess what? As long as you got breath in you and God wake you up the next day, you got a chance to make it right. You got that chance to make it better. So that's why I can laugh at my pain. I can laugh at my struggles. Because, yep, you was dumb, you was weak, you let go. But guess what? Even when you let go, God held on.
That's all right.
And I'm here today.
Woo! All right, y'all. Okay. Do we have any other comments before we send? Let's see. We just got some hearts from Jenny. We got Jenny saying, I'm so proud of my sister. Jenny was the one who you said had you come to Arizona.
Yeah, she told my daughter, send me to her, and she took care of me. Yeah, Monty, DJ Impress, we love you.
Moni said it takes strength to tell your story.
Thank you.
And I'll say this. I remember
and
when...
give a shout out to Monty, New Money Clothing Apparel. That's my DJ. Go DJ.
And I'll say this, I remember when it happens, not long after, Erickka, my goddaughter, called me. I don't know if you remember it. And I just called you. I didn't know what I was going to say. I didn't know how to support you. You know what I mean? I don't know if you remember me calling. You might not even, but I called. And I didn't know. I didn't know what it was that I could do, but I just called. And
sometimes, I'm gonna be honest, I ain't gonna even say sometimes. You don't, in my personal experience, you don't even have to say anything.
Yeah.
It's just the call to let me know that you care enough, that you thought enough, and that's enough.
Yeah.
Because most people don't know what to say.
Yeah. I didn't know what to say.
Because I remember, like, when people would, like, lose somebody, and I used to always say, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for your loss. I know how you feel. But you don't. And I didn't realize that until I lost my mom, until I lost my dad, until I lost my sister, Darnetta, who was my biggest supporter in everything I did, till I lost my niece. Now these losses is hitting home. They close. So now, yeah, I do know what you're going through. When you lost your mother, and my mother was still alive, and I said it and I didn't. I have literally found people that I told them, oh, I understand what you're going through. I know your pain. And I told them I didn't know your pain. And I'm sorry for thinking that
you did.
So sometimes that call, that hug, that wave, sometimes it's enough.
Okay. That's good to know. That's good to know.
So it don't matter that you didn't know what to say.
Yeah.
The fact that you called to say something.
Yeah.
That was enough.
Okay. And we got Lavana who said, I remember our talk before you went to Jenny's. Love you dearly, friend.
Yes, that's LV Atlanta. That's my boo. I love you, Lavana. And you have always been there for me, and I appreciate you. And I was glad I could be there for you when you know, my friend Lavana lost her mom, who was her best friend, who was still an angel on earth. I love her. And I'm glad, even like what I say with my catering, when she did it, I supported her mom's whole repast just because of the pain that she was going through. It's her and her brother with her mom. She went through a lot,
pain.
And Lavana has been there for me. Yeah. And I was glad that I could be there for her, and I love her. And thank you. I love you, baby.
Y'all. So on that note, that is our time. I want to thank Carmaletha Griswold, a.k.a. Letho, in the house. We are live in Toledo.
I appreciate it. Like I said, my kids was wondering if I was ready. And like I said, that's the next step in my recovery, because it's not over.
It's not over. It's not over till you take that last breath.
It's not over.
So
I will be recovering for the rest of my life. But guess what? I got the rest of my life to recover.
That's right. And what a blessing it is. What a blessing it is. Listen, Mark Bates did a great job. Listen, thank you everybody who showed up and hung out with us. Thank you so much. We appreciate you immensely. Thank you, 50 Way Studios here in downtown Toledo, Ohio.
Yes.
This is the go-to place for recording, for podcasts.
Beautiful,
They got
beautiful.
a beautiful space for events. Come here, check it out if you're in Toledo. For my peeps that aren't in Toledo, listen.
Yes, my sister.
You got to taste the
Rochelle,
Toledo
choose
tonight.
life, and I choose life.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen. Choose
He
life.
He gonna make me cut another CD while he's looking up in here.
Listen, you got another
fireplace
CD in
going?
you. You sure
Okay.
do. You are here. You just spread your words, speak your truth. You know, you got a story to tell. Keep it going.
Yeah.
And
Thank you for having me.
oh, I love you, darling.
I love you.
Yeah. Y'all, so that is it. That is episode 7 of The Brew is Back, Uncut and Uncensored. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Yes, for the next, we're going to keep it going. And these are the conversations that, you know, I hope are transformative.
These are the conversations that need to be had.
Yeah,
'Cause
yes.
You never know who needs to hear them.
Never know who needs to hear it. So, on that note, bye, you guys. Oh, yeah, and check out my album, Central Journey. That's the album playing in the background.
Yes.
Central Journey album on YouTube, Spotify, and all that good stuff.
Check her out.
Bye, you
Erickka
guys.
Jones.
Toledo's own.
TOL.
Oh yeah, let's take a walk by the beach tonight.